I know that you've been spending the day out in Del Rio kind of monitoring the migrant surge there going on right now. What is that situation looking like?
It's unbelievable. Just a week ago, there were less than 2,000 illegal immigrants here under the bridge. I've been talking to the Democrat mayor, Lozano, and been riding around with him. There are 15,000 people as of today. I went up and talked to several of them, and you kind of wonder why this is happening. And it's because the federal government stopped flights back to Haiti. And that's when the message got out that Del Rio was open. We have had a surge. It's very similar to what we saw in March. We're going to be probably approaching 2 million illegal immigrants in this country. That's the ones that have been contacted. That doesn't include the gotaways. What's going on here is a complete human tragedy. I mean, there's ladies who have given birth, a lot of disease that's, very close quarters. It really is just unbelievable. And where is the administration to help out? And again, the Democrat mayor of Del Rio, Texas is calling out the president because he feels abandoned. His community feels abandoned.
And that leads into my next question. What is the state of Texas, as well as the country, planning on doing to respond to this issue?
Well, I talked to the governor today. I had a conversation with him on the phone, and I asked him that question at the state level. He said he's sending in 1,000 additional people, DPS troopers and National Guard. I've seen hundreds of vehicles surging here today. The governor is taking action where the president is taking no action. And we need the president, the vice president, and Secretary Mayorkas to call this what it is. It is a crisis. We need them to overturn the policies that that we know were working in 2019 and 2020 under Trump, that allow us to play defense a little further away from our 1 yard line, which is where we are right now. You can see the wall behind me. That's the wall that the Bush wall, as they call it, and the Trump wall is just down from here. We need them to enforce our laws to make sure that our communities are safe.
And you just mentioned more law enforcement might be brought in. What does that do to the ratio between the increase in migrants and law enforcement on the ground there?
Well, for sure, it'll be a better situation and a better ratio. Right now, the crowd, I mean, there's a lot of military age males here from 18 to 35 years old, and most of them are from Haiti. What we don't want is a situation for that to get out of control, for them to riot. And so, in talking to the Border Patrol agents and law enforcement, they want to keep things calm. The governor is going to establish a secure perimeter and do everything he can to then hold them accountable, people accountable, if they are trespassing or getting into the United States. That is in complete opposition to the Remain in Mexico policy. And he's going to take not only action to put them in jail, but also legal action against the Biden administration.
And I know you've been spending some time with Border Patrol today, kind of going over, monitoring, like I said, the situation. What are some concerns that not only you, but that they have right now?
The biggest concern is not necessarily what's going on right here and the amount of people that we have right here, but what's behind that, the next surge. They are getting intelligence reports, and I don't have the exact details yet, but we will be asking in Congress this week about those. But they have reason to believe that the next surge is even worse.
And you have been there for a good portion of the day. What are some goals that you hope to achieve by the end?
Well, I want to know where my Democrat colleagues are that were at the border just a year or two ago crying out about the humanitarian issues. I want to know where they are and what they're doing about this, because this humanitarian issue that we see right now is absolutely terrible. And you can hear the wind whipping behind me. There's a storm that is moving into this area, which will drastically change the dynamics for these people who are living out in the open right now. And it's a heartbreaking situation. But what's more heartbreaking is that President Biden has abandoned the community of Del Rio, the state of Texas, and all of us by not keeping us safe.
Truly a situation that impacts all of us. And you have been, like I said, on the ground there all day. Is there any other point that you'd like to stress and let people know?
Well, we're doing everything we can to get accountability. We need the administration. They must keep us safe. We are going to hold them accountable for this, and I appreciate you covering it today.